Hey guys out on YouTube, Mark the Guitar Guy back again, this time with a song that I thought you guys would all really like to hear and maybe play. Now it's a classic guitar tune, especially on an acoustic guitar, Neil Young at his finest doing Hey Hey My My. I get requested this one quite a lot when I do gigs, especially solo gigs. So what I'm going to do is teach you how to play it. I'm going to show you the very basics of how to do it first, and then after that we might break down a little bit of the nuances that are happening to make it sound a little bit more professional, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm playing in normal tuning. I'm going to start with an A minor chord, okay? A minor chord is pretty simple. If you don't know that already, you should check that out. It's pretty easy. But what we're going to do is we're going to have our little finger on the guitar, remember when we're picking. We're going to be picking the A string, which is the 5th string first, and then we're going to strum the rest of the strings, just a downstroke, okay? Very simple. So you got an A minor, we play the 5th string, and we strum. Once you've got that down, we do on the 5th string as well, we're going to do O, 2, 3, just all downstrokes. Okay? So let's put that all together. So we've got the A note, A minor chord, O, 2, 3. And then we're going to play a 0 on the 4th string, to the string below that. So it sounds like. Now what's really important when you do this is that you use the correct fingers. So what I'm using for the A minor, after I do that I'm doing the 0, 2, 3, and I'm using the same fingers as the frets. I'm using the 2 and then the 3. The 2nd finger, the 3rd finger. O, 2, 3. You'll see why as you get better. Then the 0 underneath, which is the 4th string. So then you put that together and make that consistent, so it sounds like. Now what you might want to try at this stage is making sure it does sound like the actual song, as opposed to just continuous stuff happening like this. Okay, you can hear that's not really in root, that's just continuous notes. Okay, that's not very musical. Let's make it musical by playing the actual rhythm of the song. Okay, so once you've done that, the next thing we're going to be doing is a G chord. Here's my G chord. We're going to be playing the 3rd fret on the 6th string and then strumming the G chord. Okay, so we're playing the bass note of the G and then we're strumming the G. Pretty simple. So if we go from the A minor, G note, strum. Now that happens immediately after the open D string note. So after we've played that open 4th string note, straight to the G, and then we play the bass note and the chord straight after that. So don't muck around with that. And then continue by putting that together. And it doesn't have to be fast, we can do it very slowly. So we can be doing it at this speed if you want. And if you get that speed happening, you'll have no problem making that faster once it's programmed. Remember to program it over and over slowly and in time. And then once you've played it, say 15, 20, the magic number's up to you. But when you know you've got that completely down, then you can speed it up, no problems at all. Okay, so we've got the A minor, G, strum. Now we've got a little bit to go before we finish. In that G position, once you've got that down, so once you've got that programmed, you're ready for the next bit, which is from the G chord. Our first finger here is on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. We're going to be playing that note by itself. Okay, and then take that note off again. So that finger off to play that 0. So you're playing a 2 on the 5th string, then you're playing a 0 on the 5th string. So you got, okay. So once you've got the G chord, we've got the bass note, the strum, 2, O, 3. This is the 3 on the top string, and then to the A on the 5th string. So that last riff sounds like this. But it's based on a G shape. If I get my shape out of the way, 2, O, 3, O. So it's 2, O on the A string, 3 on the E string, and then back to the A string. But to keep your shape on when you're doing that, it'll make it easier for you, okay? So let's work slowly up until that point. We've got the A minor, O, 2, 3, O, bass note of the G, strum, then 2, O, 3, O, okay? I'll put that together now in rhythm. Okay? Once you have that programmed, like I said, over and over many times, then you're ready for the next part. So I've done the riff now. This is assuming you've just programmed that. 2, O, 3, O, we've done that. Now we're going to be doing an F major 7th chord. I'll go through the F major 7th chord that I'm playing because it's quite important because it's got an A bass in it. So we've got, from the bottom string, we've got 0. Next string up, 1, next string up, 2, next string up, 3. So it's just 3 fingers in a row, and then the 5th string is open. Okay, and we're playing it from that A down, which is the 5th string. Very beautiful chord. So it's an F major 7th with an A bass. Okay? It's really important we get that chord really good. And a little trick to this chord, when we're strumming it, is just to try to, see where my thumb is, let that thumb just touch the top string, if you can. If you can't, it's okay. Just try not to hit the top string. But it does help with our strumming if we hit that string with our thumb there, just the flesh of the thumb, just touching the string. Like here's, otherwise it's ringing, here's the thumb touching it. Just a little bit of the flesh there. That stops that string from ringing and overpowering the chord when you play it. And then we're playing an F major 7th chord for strumming. And I'll show you how that strumming happens in a second. But that's the F major 7th chord that we need to get to in a hurry. So from the G, F major 7 with an A bass. Here we go. Okay? So then you need to practice that over and over. Okay? 2, O, 3, A. Trying to get that little change happening quickly, because that next chord's going to be just strummed. We're not going to be doing any flashy little finger stuff happening at this stage anyway. We're just going to strum it. Now you've got 2 options for the strumming of that. When we hit the F major 7th, we can do our rock strum, which is down, down, up, up, down, 2 times. Which is fine, okay? That's 2 bars of F major 7th with an A bass. I'll show you how that sounds with the riff now. So it sounds like this. Okay, one more time. You can hear how cool that sounds. Now there is a cooler strumming pattern we can do for a more advanced version of that. So, but start off with that one because it sounds fine, it sounds awesome. And no one's going to really know the difference, but later on you might want to add a bit more of a nuance to it. Now the strumming pattern that I do when I'm playing this one live, it's, I'll go through it slowly. Down, 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 up, down, up. Okay, so it sounds very familiar. Down, 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 up. It's really important that last up I'm doing there. I'll continue the whole pattern. Down, 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 up, down, up, down. Now that's a long pattern to remember. I'll do it again. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down. With the chord, same thing. Of course, I'm using awesome technique with my great TikTok and my holding pick correctly, which you obviously would have seen from my other amazing videos you've definitely checked out and subscribed. So one more time through that very, very complex pattern. Here we go. So if you're an advanced guitar player and you can pick that up, no problem at all. If you're a beginner, stick with the rock strum. Down, down, up, down 2 times. Down, down, up, down. And it sounds fine, okay? So now I'm going to go through that whole thing with the new strumming pattern in there. So I've got the A minor. To the F major 7th. Repeat it. Okay? Nice and easy to do that. That strumming pattern, like I said, though, is a little bit more advanced. So don't be too worried if you can't nail that one. However, getting back to that very, very intro part, the basic version. Down, down, up, down. No one really knows the difference, but repeat it. there you have it, the main part of the song. Now there is a few more things to learn for that song, but what I'm going to do is just leave you with that for now, because there's quite a lot of information going on there. And if you want to, let me know and I can teach you the rest of the song and some little nuances that are happening within that. If not, that's cool, but there's a lot of cool stuff to go on with there anyway. Other than that, it's great to see you again. It's great to be back on YouTube again. And if you like what you see, remember to subscribe and also put a comment on. It'd be really cool to see and hear from you. I do read every single comment, so don't be shy about doing that. And we'll see you next time. Catch you later.